Hello, everyone. I'm Nana.
And I'm Lisa. Welcome back to VocabJamEnglish.
If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and join us every week.
It's Friday, which means it's time for our history talk.
Today's topic is the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
And of course, we'll introduce some great English vocabulary along the way.
Oh, and if you want to see subtitles, please turn them on in the settings.
That's right. You can switch them on anytime to help with understanding.
There will be a quiz about the conversation at the end.
So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's dive into today's talk. Nana, have you ever visited Italy?
Yes, I have. A few years ago.
That's amazing. Did you see the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Absolutely. It was one of the highlights of my trip.
It looks like it might fall over.
It really does, but it's quite safe now.
How did it even start leaning?
Well, the ground underneath was too soft and unstable.
So, they didn't check the soil before building?
Not carefully enough, I guess. It was the 1100s, after all.
That's so old.
Yes, construction began in 1173.
And it's still standing. That's impressive.
Very. Despite the tilt, it's a historic masterpiece.
So what did they do when it started leaning?
They paused construction for many years.
Maybe that saved it.
Actually, yes. It allowed the ground to settle.
How long did it take to finish?
Nearly 200 years.
Whoa, that's like 5 lifetimes.
Right? People were very patient back then.
What was the tower built for? Just decoration.
It's a bell tower, part of a cathedral complex.
A bell tower. That's so cool.
Yes, with real bells that were used for religious events.
I thought it was just for tourists to take pictures.
That too. Now it's a famous tourist destination.
I want to go and take that funny photo.
You mean holding up the tower with your hands?
Yes. Everyone does that on Instagram.
It's a tradition now.
Did they ever try to fix the lean?
Yes, many times.
And?
In the 1990s, engineers stabilized the tower.
Stabilized?
That means they stopped it from leaning more.
Did they straighten it completely?
No, just enough to keep it safe.
Good choice. It wouldn't be famous if it were straight.
Exactly. The tilt is what makes it iconic.
How many steps are inside?
About 294.
Sounds like leg day.
Ha, yes. But the view is worth the effort.
Can you see the whole city from the top?
Yes, and the surrounding countryside too.
That sounds beautiful.
Tuscany is full of beautiful landscapes.
Tuscany. That's like wine and sunsets, right?
Precisely. It's romantic and cultural.
Was the tower always this famous?
No. It gained popularity over time.
Did anything important happen there?
There's a legend about Galileo.
The scientist guy.
Yes. He supposedly dropped objects from the tower.
To test gravity.
Exactly. Though some say it's just a myth.
Still, it's a great story.
I agree. It connects science with history.
Is Pisa a big city?
Not really. But it's full of charm and history.
Is it close to Florence?
Pretty close. Maybe an hour by train.
That's convenient.
Italy has good train infrastructure.
Infrastructure, that means roads and transport, right?
Yes, Exactly. All the systems that support a city.
That's helpful vocabulary.
Glad you think so.
So, was it worth seeing in person?
Absolutely. Pictures don't show the full feeling.
I want to feel that too.
Then you should start planning a trip.
I'll add it to my bucket list.
Just remember to stretch before climbing all those steps.
Good advice. Maybe I'll bring snacks too.
Just don't drop anything from the top. Galileo already did that. All right. Now it's time for our vocabulary corner.
Yes. In this section, we'll pick some words from today's conversation and explain them in a simple and easy to understand way.
Highlight.
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 A highlight is the best or most exciting part of something. For example, if you go on a trip and your favorite part was the beach, then the beach was the highlight of your trip. Similar words. Best part, almost the same meaning. Favorite means the one you like most, but highlight is more about something exciting or important. Example, the highlight of my day was playing with my dog.
Unstable.
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 Unstable means not safe or not steady. Something can shake, fall, or move in a bad way. If a chair has a broken leg, it is unstable. Similar words. Wobbly means it moves side to side, often used for chairs or tables. Shaky means it shakes, often from fear or weak condition. Example, the tower is unstable because the ground is too soft.
Masterpiece.
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 A masterpiece is a work of art that is very, very good. It can be a painting, a book, a building, or even a movie, something made with great skill. Similar words. Artwork, a piece of art, but not always the best. Creation, something made by someone, but not always special. Example, the Mona Lisa is a famous masterpiece.
Destination.
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 A destination is the place you are going to. If you take a trip, your destination is where you want to arrive. Similar words. Place, more general. Goal, something you want to reach, but not always a location. Example, Paris is a popular travel destination.
Stabilize.
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 Stabilize means to make something steady or safe. If something is shaking, moving too much, or in danger, you stabilize it to make it still and safe. Similar words. Balance means to keep something even or not fall. Support means to hold something to keep it strong. Example, we need to stabilize the ladder before we climb it.
Precisely.
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 Precisely means exactly or very clearly. You use it when you want to say something is 100% correct or accurate. Similar words. Exactly, same meaning. Perfectly, very close, but precisely is more about being correct, not just good. Example, he arrived at 3 p.m. precisely.
Infrastructure.
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 Infrastructure means the systems that help a city or country work, like roads, trains, electricity, and water. It's what we don't always see, but we need it every day. Similar words. System, more general. Network also means connected parts, but often about technology. Example, good infrastructure helps people travel and live more easily. Bucket list.
Bucket list.
Bucket list.
A bucket list is a list of things you want to do before you die. It can be places to visit, dreams to try, or foods to taste. Similar words. Goals, things you want to do, but bucket list is usually more fun or special. Dreams, wishes, but not always written as a list. Example, visiting Italy is on my bucket list.
All right. It's time for the quiz corner.
In this section, we'll ask questions based on today's conversation.
1. Why did the Leaning Tower of Pisa start leaning? A. It was hit by strong winds. B. The ground underneath was too soft and unstable. C. The top part was too heavy. Correct answer, B. The ground underneath was too soft and unstable. 2. What was the Leaning Tower of Pisa originally built for? A. A bell tower for a cathedral. B. A prison tower for soldiers. C. A palace for the royal family. Correct answer, A. A bell tower for a cathedral. 3. Question, how many steps are inside the tower? A. About 100. B. About 294. C. About 500. Correct answer, B. About 294. 4. What did engineers do to the tower in the 1990s? A. They painted it. B. They rebuilt the top part. C. They stabilized it to stop more leaning. Correct answer, C. They stabilized it to stop more leaning. 5. According to legend, what did Galileo do at the tower? A. He lived there secretly. B. He dropped objects to test gravity. C. He rang the bells every morning. Correct answer, B. He dropped objects to test gravity.
All right, we're coming to the end of today's episode.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
All right, see you in the next episode.
See you next time.